Yeah, definitely, really big achievement. I think we've been outstanding during this series. I think we've played really aggressively, exactly in the way that we've talked about going into it, which has been probably the most pleasing thing. I don't think South Africa probably have been at their best. I think that's probably fair to say, but obviously you can only give your best and bring your A game, which I think we've done. And obviously going into the T20s, it's a really crucial phase for us, not just in the context of the series, and it's more about what we've got coming up, obviously the Commonwealth Games and looking a bit further afield, the T20 World Cup as well. So it's a bit of a focus for us in the next 6 months or so. Yeah, really important. It's been a little bit of time since we played T20, with the focus being 50 over World Cup, obviously recently. So yeah, it's going to be a good chance for us to get our combinations right, get back into the rhythm and the speed of T20 cricket. And yeah, just go in hopefully into the Commonwealth Games with a bit of confidence and feeling like we're firing and key players are performing their roles well. Yeah, it's a really exciting squad. It's quite a bold squad, I think, but we've gone down that line with youth. I think the way they've performed has been really exciting, not just in terms of their cricket skills, but the way they've gone about it. The mentality those younger players have had has been exactly what we want to add to our squad. And I think you've seen in the ODI series, younger players coming in, bringing that rawness and freshness. It lifts everyone a little bit as well. So yeah, really excited for them. I think it's been a product of the domestic setup being there for a good couple of years, that those players are playing good quality of cricket, have been able to hone their skills over the last couple of years and perform in a higher standard of competition, which is why we've picked them. So yeah, certainly very exciting and looking forward to getting to know them. I don't actually know them that well. I've only met them a couple of times. So yeah, today will be getting to know them and work out how they go about their business. Yeah, well, I saw that firsthand. I was at the other end bowling at her. She whacked me over my head. So yeah, I certainly know what she can do. She adds a little bit of all-round ability with the ball as well, another option, spin option. And yeah, she's a 360 player that can score quite quickly. And I think the other younger players we brought in really add to our squad as well. Bryony Smith has had a pretty big break from international cricket. She had a little bit of a chance in 2018. I think she brings things that are quite similar to Alice, that a really aggressive mindset, really aggressive in the power play, and obviously adding a little bit with the ball as well. So yeah, certainly excited to see how those girls go, how they adapt to international cricket, and yeah, how they are at training and things. Yeah, definitely. I think Tammy's ODI form is undisputable. She's one of the best players in the world and has been for a long time, and certainly knew she was going to get 100 in one of those 3 games, especially knowing Tammy's character. She would have wanted to prove a point, and her ODI cricket is absolutely not in doubt. We just felt like we wanted to be more aggressive in that power play in T20, and we feel like we've brought in players that can add that fearlessness and aggressiveness into the squad for that reason. I'm no doubt Tammy will go away and grow and improve and work on her T20 game, and she's certainly not out of the frame in the future. But I think at the moment we've gone down that line of the ultra aggressive players that can go in there and really take the game on at the front end when there's only 2 fielders outside the circle. Well, she's been a star for us in T20 cricket for a long time. She's certainly not done yet. She obviously didn't play too much in the ODI series, and that was all about getting her preparation right leading into this series and into the Commonwealth Games. She's a really key player for us with the ball in T20 cricket. She leads that attack really well and can bowl in all phases of the game and brings that passion and fight for the England shirt that we all love about her. So yeah, I'm really excited to have her back. She's hugely experienced in T20 cricket, and yeah, it'd be nice to have her back in the attack and add in all the things that she brings to the England shirt. Yeah, it is. It's something completely different. We went to kitting out the other day, which was a brand new experience for us. Each had our own personal shopper, and yeah, it felt very professional, and we really felt part of Team England, which was really nice. And I think being part of something bigger, being in that multi-sport event and feeling just a part of that, I think is going to be really huge. And obviously there's going to be so much more going on than just cricket, which we're not going to be used to. And I'm certainly excited to try and get to watch some of the other events. And yeah, I think it's a huge thing for the country, and it's a chance for us as a sport to maybe reach some people that we won't have reached before. I remember as a kid, I'd always switch on the telly and watch whatever sport was going in the Commonwealth, even if I didn't know anything about it. So yeah, it's a huge opportunity for us and stage for us to go out and show what we can do and hopefully bring a few people into cricket. Potentially, I think long after I've retired, it might well happen. I think T20 would be the format, as obviously it has done in the Commonwealths. I do think a conversation would need to be had about schedules. There's obviously a lot in the schedule, and something would have to give to be able to fit it in there with all the other events going on. But yeah, I don't see a reason why it can't, and obviously it would potentially open up a different audience for cricket around the world. Yeah, it did. It was really nice, actually, first chance to get the squad together. And to be honest, I hadn't actually thought too much about the Commonwealths, obviously with a lot of cricket going on before that. Your immediate focus is on that. So it was a nice chance to feel like it was real and it was just around the corner. And yeah, it was just a nice experience. And you go in and there's all the quotes on the wall, the pictures of obviously outstanding athletes that have competed for Team England before. And yeah, it certainly got the goosebumps going and got me very excited about what was to come, and probably made a lot of the girls realise how it's going to be and how it's going to be quite different to what we've experienced. And just to be a part of that Team England and have the stage that we're going to have, yeah, is a massive excitement going forward. Yeah, I hope so. I hope people come out and support us, and obviously the platform to reach so many more people, I think, is there. So our job's to go out there and try and be successful and show off the skills that we have. So yeah, I think it's an opportunity certainly to reach a lot more people. I think it's massive how much women's cricket has changed, and this could be another game changer, I guess, in terms of reaching those new people and reaching a different level. So yeah, hopefully it does that. Yeah, I think for us, I think it's only the last couple of years where the schedules really started to actually be enough cricket. I think previously we were crying out for more cricket, and now it certainly is a lot busier. I think the balance still needs to be found, but I think in the women's game, the schedule, yeah, it does allow for that. Obviously, the men's are slightly different. I do sometimes look and think, how do they do the schedules that they have? How do they have a chance to be a human being as well alongside being a cricketer? So yeah, I think certainly for us, over the previous few years, we've wanted to play more cricket. So it's a good thing for us that the schedule's starting to fill up. Yeah, there's certainly a really good crop of players coming through, which is so exciting. I think in that last ODI game, the attack we had was probably the most inexperienced we've had in a long time. And that was quite exciting, actually, to obviously manage that and try and help those girls perform at their best. And obviously Izzy Wong, and added Freya Kemp as well, who's a really young, exciting prospect. Those girls, yeah, just for me, it's just getting to know them and getting to know how they tick, what their strengths are, what they maybe need to work on, how I can help them as a captain to try and mould that and try and be at their best when they're on the pitch, by giving them little focuses, I guess, and trying to help them work out for themselves what their role is and what it is, how they're like when they're at their best. So yes, it's certainly given me some more energy bringing those girls in and feeling like I can have an impact and help them through and just watch them tear in and just love bowling and trying to take wickets for England. Yeah, so the decision was made to drop me down because I think two areas that we haven't been as good at in ODI cricket is being super aggressive in the power play, and also being able to manage the innings towards the back end. And we felt like Sophia has the strengths to be super aggressive in naturally in the way she plays at number 3. And also my strengths are probably managing an innings and obviously trying to be the finisher a little bit. So we felt like it was the best move for the team to try and create a really strong, dynamic batting lineup, I guess. And yeah, it's been brilliant. Sophia's taken her opportunity massively, and really pleased to have got a really good relationship with Sophia and really love seeing her develop over the last few years. And it's been a bit strange, I guess, batting at 5, getting a little bit of pad rash and getting used to waiting for a lot longer to go in. Just a little thing to get used to, I guess. I guess I've been used to going in quite early at number 3, but we feel moving forward it's the best fit for our ODI lineup. And in terms of T20, Sophia is definitely an option at the top of the order to open the batting. The way she plays, she's done it a little bit here and there and been really impressive how she goes about things. things. She's naturally a very quick scorer, naturally wants to hit boundaries and take things on. So certainly she's an option for us at the top end. Yeah, we've decided, but we haven't had the conversations with players. Obviously, we've added 6 players to the squad, and they've only arrived yesterday, and most of us arrived last night. So yeah, we do know at the moment, but I can't reveal that information to you guys because the girls don't necessarily know yet. But I think the main thing we want to be as a batting unit is making sure that we're really flexible and adaptable to situations as well. So we might see a little bit more flexibility and making sure we're getting the right players in to maximise various stages of the innings. So yeah, there's certainly a little bit of a focus to get that right and make sure the players that come in are really clear on their roles and what we want from them. The main focus is going to be in the best place we can for the Commonwealth. So I don't see us using potentially every player. It might well happen with how things progress. Hopefully not, but there might be injuries and stuff. But I primarily see it as us getting in the best place we can, getting our best 11 finalised and getting those players in the best place that we can to be ready. It's obviously a pretty hectic schedule with 3 T20s in a week and then the Commonwealth. So that I think if we make it to the final, which is obviously the goal, would be 5 games in about 8 days. So it's going to be pretty hectic. So making sure if we get the opportunities and players are in a good place and have got what they needed for matches to potentially rotate a little bit. But the primary focus is just to be ready for that first game of the Commonwealth and have that 11 locked in that we think's going to give us the best chance. Potentially, we'll obviously know each other very well, having played against each other a lot in the last few weeks. But the thing with T20 cricket, it's all about on the day. One player can win you a game. So whatever happens in the T20, I think both teams will go in fresh to the Commonwealth and see it as one game to obviously try and win and hold your nerve. The pressures, I'm sure, will slightly different. They always are when it's such a short, sharp window in tournament cricket where you're obviously trying to get out of that group and try and finish on top of that group. So yeah, I think maybe little battles might be there going into the Commonwealth match, but it's always on the day for me in T20 cricket. Yeah, it's certainly a new thing. I think previously players coming into England squads weren't as well known, and I think the 100 and the professionalisation of the domestic game has meant that those players are a lot more well known when they do get the call up. It also means that they've probably got a bit more experience of dealing with being known, dealing with scrutiny, being on telly, playing in front of big crowds. So it's definitely a positive. But yeah, it's certainly something different to manage and certainly something that we've talked about, making sure we're giving those players clarity in their role, knowing exactly what we want from them and the fact that they've done well in domestic cricket and the skill set they have is why they're here and why we think they can do it in an England shirt. So yeah, every player will be different. Every player will have slightly different pressures and slightly different character in how they deal with things. So it's important that we get to know those individuals and know what works for them and how we can best help them to be at their best when they're in an England shirt.